in from time to time. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some friends drop in from time to time. We got another friend dropping in. This gentleman has been a serious advocate for reentry, for people, especially when it comes to the justice system. I mean, he's gotten people sentences reduced. He's got people who should have gotten time on probation and parole. I mean, he's done a lot of work. And he's not an attorney, but that's the interesting part. The guy just has a gift of understanding law, but also understanding people, and also having a way of connecting, uncanny way of connecting with judges. I don't have that. I can't do that. The judge looked at me, and I look at him, and I'm like, the judge's like, yeah, here we go. We maxing him out. But he just, when he walks into the courtroom, for some reason, the judge just loves him. And whatever he says, or the client, on behalf of his client, the judge's like, oh, that sounds like a great idea. Like, I've never heard that. Come on up, James Allen. We appreciate you, brother. He is a graduate of Children for Success. One of our first graduates, first graduating class. Please give him your undivided attention. Thank you.
How's everyone today?
Good.
I want to come up here today and talk about positive change. I want to talk about how this program, Chosen for Success, helped me achieve it. I'm going to start by a little story. About 2.5 years ago, I was sitting in the Clark County Detention Center. I was looking at a lot of time in prison. I was lost. I was in my addiction. I was away from my family. I was depressed. I was a myriad of things. I had no plan. I had no sense of direction. I was full of guilt, remorse, and shame, and all kinds of other emotions and feelings, and I was just in a really bad spot, a place I'd never been before. After about 6 months, by the grace of God, the judge gave me one chance. One chance and one chance only. She said, Mr. Allen, your name is in big red letters. It's at the top of my list. It's a very short one chance list. She said, if I see you in my courtroom again, under any bad circumstances, you basically the rest of your life. So I took that one chance, and I went on a really big roller coaster. I went super high. Oh my God, I'm getting out of this jail. I'm so happy. I'm so ecstatic. I'm so ecstatic. And then 3:30 p.m., they let me out of the jail in 116-degree heat with 3 manila envelopes, flip-flops, a t-shirt, and a pair of jeans. And then I went immediately all the way back down. I had two paths before me at that point in time. I had the people that I was in my addiction with, to seek shelter out of the weather and the sun and summer and no water and no resources, no nothing. Or I could choose to stay on the streets and figure it out. So I said, I'm going to take advantage of this chance the judge has given me, and I'm going to go the opposite direction and try and figure it out on my own. I want to go back into that life of those people and ruin my life again. Threw away the chance I'd just gotten 6 hours before that. And so they had, part of my plea deal was that they had taken everything that I had, all my possessions, all the way down to my underwear. That's all I had. That was it. I had no phone numbers. I didn't have a way to get hold of my family. I had nothing. And I started walking the streets. Someone blessed me with a bus pass. I'll never forget that. For 15 days, someone gave it to me and said, look like you need this. I rode the bus with no destination to stay out of the heat. Literally. Checking for parole and probation. I had to figure something out. I was in a really bad spot. So I got a phone book, and I looked up a recovery program. Got myself into a recovery program. I went to their office. I was praying that there would have been a bed available for me. There wasn't. She said, but you can come to group next week if you want to come to a group and get started in recovery. I said, no problem. Another mini miracle, because mini miracles happen all the time. They happen to me almost daily now. And one of those things that happened, I made it to that group. I was on the street another 6 days, went into that group, and the bed had opened up 10 minutes before I got there. Okay. And I was allowed to stay. So that was the first mini miracle for me. For the next 3 months, I focused on my recovery. I focused on meetings. I listened to what people had to say. I did groups. I did one-on-one sessions. I did everything I could. I soaked as much information as I could in. I still didn't have a plan. I still didn't have income. I still didn't have a path. I didn't know what I was going to do. But I told myself if I stayed sober, forget one day, 10 minutes at a time, that stuff was going to work out. That's what I guaranteed myself. Just make that deal with yourself, and that's what I did. I'm not just necessarily here for the recovery part, but it was a big part of my story, so that's why I'm sharing it. After 3 months, I was introduced to Rodney and Teresa, and introduced to this program. And when I came into this program, I was still broken. I still had lack of self-confidence. I had lack of motivation. I had no sense of direction. I was still out there, just trying to focus on my recovery. But I had all this weight in me. I had all this stuff that I didn't realize at the time that had been holding me down for 35 years that I was escaping from into my addiction. It was the root of what was causing my problems. And it wasn't until I came to Shows of Success that I dealt with that root. This program helped me let go of all of it. It let me finally become the best man that I could be. If it wasn't for this program, I would not be sitting here. I'm going to tell you about some of the accomplishments I've done in a minute, but I urge you guys to take everything that you learned here this week, because I was in that seat, and it has catapulted me into doing things that I never thought possible in my life, ever, ever, ever. I've been able to help so many people now, and been able to make impressions and things, and I'm going to tell you about in a second, and all of you can do anything that you guys set your minds to. I swear it's true. I was a drug addict for 35 years, man, crimes, financial crimes, all kinds of crazy stuff, but this program right here is what set me free. I took everything these folks had to say to me, and I learned every bit from it, and I've applied every bit of it, and it's done nothing but miracles in my life, and helped me create miracles in other people's lives and help themselves. After I went through Chosen for Success, and I felt empowered, I really can't describe how good I felt about what I could do. I decided to start making a difference, try and help other people. So I went down back to the same jail that I was in. I worked with Officer Iverson and Officer Laird, and I said, let me help you help people, because if I can change, anyone else can. And Chosen for Success gave me the courage to do that. It gave me the self-confidence to do that. I never would have done that without this program. I went in there, she said, okay, I'll take your help. And after she signed me up as a professional at the jail, I started meeting with people. She started assigning people to me. I started assessing these people. And like I said, I don't have a degree. I have a degree in life. And this program made me realize that, so I started applying that. I went in there, I started assessing people, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to stop here. I started getting into treatment programs. I'm involved with Ever Sober Living Homes and other programs that are out there, county programs. Because after I did this program, I figured I'm going to go get every resource that's available to me. Whether it's through the county, through the state, through parole and probation, I got them all. I took advantage of every single one of them. And there's so many that people just don't know about. I'm trying to spread that word, including this program. I said, I'm not going to stop there with you, Iverson. So I started going to court for these people. There's a gentleman sitting right over there that I went to bat for in courtroom and got him a second chance. My goal is to get them second chances, because I got that second chance. So I wanted to be shared with other people, because I know people that get lost in their addiction, they go down the wrong path. Everybody can change. I know it. I know it because of this program. So I started going to the courtrooms, and judges started accepting my assessments of these people. I started making recommendations and sentences based on those assessments. I worked with 4 judges already. I worked with a judge in Henderson, 3 in district court, and I'm working on more. In fact, I was just there yesterday. You saw the miracle.
Oh, yeah.
John's looking at 26 years in prison. She took my assessment and gave him a second chance. She had a really big number over his head. Family, 20 people crying behind me, and I've got families calling me, thanking me for helping their sons and helping. And I'm not doing it for them. They're doing the work. I'm just helping to get that chance. So I started doing that with all the judges and the courts, and that's what I've been doing on a regular basis for people. And I said, I'm not going to stop there. So I went and I've been working with some of the probation officers, because the jail now releases people on house arrest to me, probation, and I take them into these programs and to utilize these resources. I said, there's a problem in prison as well. You don't really get a lot of treatment in prison. See, in my opinion, every parolee that comes out of prison needs to come to Chosen for Success. Every single one of them. I've got 3 of them here now. It's the beginning of something beautiful, a bridge I'm going to build with these fine folks back there. So I went to the Nevada Parole Board, and I went with the community liaison officer at Nevada Probation and Parole, and the captain and lieutenant, and I built a foundational bridge for parolees to come out and be placed directly into programs such as this and other sober living homes, and I've just built that bridge, and that's a done thing, because we have nowhere to go. So now, after all the things that have happened and all the work I'm doing with all the people, I cannot tell you how fulfilling it is. For the first time in 50 years, I am fulfilled. I am at peace. I'm beside myself. I'm sitting with officers behind glass doors, and I was just in jail 3 years ago, places I would never be. They're trusting me, I'm doing all kind of interactions with them. And I just want to say, because I would never have gotten there, I would never be doing this, I would never be making an impact, that I can leave this earth peacefully with myself, knowing that I made a difference, I did something important. And it's bigger than me, and it's bigger than anything I could have, or stuff, or money. It's big. It's making an impact on people's lives. Without Chosen for Success, none of it would happen. This program gave me the confidence, the courage, the ability to go kick down doors that I never thought I'd be kicking down, and make an impact on people's lives. And I'm just going to close with 2 things. I'm James Allen. I'm powerful. I'm motivated. And I'm all ready.
Yes, you are. Yeah. I'm like, come back. What are you doing?
I get to have 2.
Hi,
Hey.
Teresa.
No, this dude's, he's killing it, man. He's doing stuff that attorneys can't do. Think about that. He's doing what attorneys can't do. And they promise they can. But they usually, way better than an attorney. You know, they promise you the world, but how many of them deliver? This guy does it on a consistent basis. And it's because he cares. You know.
Followed your footsteps. As best I could. I can't ever follow them, but you know what I'm saying.
No, I appreciate you. Well, no, have a seat, man, because I know they got some questions asked, right?
I kind of have a question.
Sure, go for it.
I mean, how do you make a living? Is what I want to know. Like, are you?
Everything I do is volunteer.
Yeah, so
I
like
can't do
how-
the stagehand stuff because I have some medical stuff that's.
So how do you eat? Or like, what do you do? Like,
I take advantage of every resource available. Food stamps, welfare, I have county. I have
so
housing
you do
through
this
the
out
county.
of just the goodness of your heart. You're just everywhere you need to be to help other people. That's awesome. Thank you.
These programs and the welfare, everybody thinks, oh my God, I'm on food stamps. Oh my God, I'm getting
Oh, yeah,
housing
that's true.
assistance. I mean, oh my God, you know what? Thank you.
Right? Thank
I'll
you.
take it.
Yeah.
With medical stuff that's going with me, it's a blessing. Well, it's almost like the greater powers that be have helped me because I'm doing what I'm
You
doing.
have more time. That's awesome.
But he doesn't know when we get a grant, he's on board.
But I mean,
We said it from the very beginning.
I just wondered, if, I mean, I know that's gotta take an awful lot of your time, just to be in court for people here and there and do everything.
I'm in there 3 times a week, but you know what? It's the look on a family's face or a child's face that gets their dad or their mom back
Yeah.
is priceless to me. I can't tell you how I sleep better at night than I've slept since I was 14 years old when I picked up drugs.
That's awesome.
So it's complete. I am fulfilled. I'm free. I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing.
And I love Miss Iverson, she's awesome.
She's great, isn't she?
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's great. Yeah, she's.
She called me, she was like, this is Cindy Iverson, I was like, who? She's all Cindy, I don't know her first name to me is Officer.
Right.
I'm like, who? She's all Cindy Iverson, I was like, because I had emailed asking her for resources, and she emailed me the next day with everything I asked her for. And then called me to make sure I had to go.
Yeah, because Chosen for Success helped me find my path as service to others. That's what it was.
Awesome.
This started in this room. That's where it started for me. It honestly did.
That's great.
Me, with my emotional intelligence training, it freed me. It absolutely it's like everything just went, everything bad, everything that was stopping me from being myself came off of me in this room, in this class. That's what happened to me. I hope it all happens for you because it's all up to you. You all can make it. You all can do great things. Every single one. There's 1,000 people in here every morning. That's what it did for me, and I know it can do for others. Because a lot of people that come to these doors, I know, have had past and problems and troubles, but it doesn't have to be like that. It just doesn't. You really need to put your mind to it. I know it. I'm living it.
On that one,
Are we able to get in touch with him, with you?
Absolutely. I'll
Okay.
share information with anyone.
All right.
If anyone wants to give service to others, I can guide you down that path immediately.
Yeah.
If anyone, let me tell you something, your story matters. Our stories may not matter to the everyday 9-to-5 insurance agent out there at a desk in his home or his office. Your stories matter to all kinds of people that are incarcerated, that are facing legal troubles, that are facing drug addiction. Your stories are priceless, each and every one of them, to those people. There's an audience out there for you, you just gotta find them. So, they're out there. People need you. The more people that get involved, the more people that can help, the more lives, generations, and things can change for the better. That's what's up.
Were all your results immediate when you finished the training, or did they all come after you left the training?
After I left the training from the class, everything started to build. It was one short-term goal after another, and they just came on top of each other. And I decided not to, because I'm not stopping where I'm at now, I'm gonna keep going. The sky's the limit. I plan on having a facility down the road with everything that I can provide for people's services, and every single person I'm bringing to these rooms, that's for sure. Every single person that comes out of prison says, help me, James, I got 4 or 5 guys that are still in there on contact now, I got a set up to help them, they're coming here. They're coming here. Okay? I want to get them to get housing, I want them to get on welfare and food stamps, take advantage of what's available to them, I want them to get the health insurance. I just took Mr. Gaston over here, he didn't think he was gonna get health insurance, took him down to the welfare office, we got it now, didn't we? He's set up. So there's all kinds of benefits that come with welfare and food stamps and insurance that people just don't know about. They just don't put it out there. But after I scrapped down every one of them, so now I'm sharing it with people. And, you know, one of the hardest things I'm trying to work on is the homeless, because I've walked those lines. Jesus saves, the rich commissions, I walked them. And I go up to people, do you want to help? Do you want to change your life? Do you want to get off these streets? I can help you. Help yourself. The problem I'm getting is 95 of them say, no, I'm good. So that's the next wall I'm trying to shatter. I'm trying to figure out, you know, why. Why do you want to stay here and do this when there's stuff's available to you? You know, it breaks my heart. So, and like I said, the realization of what I was supposed to do came through this program. All of it came through here. When I let go of all that, it just hit me, and I just started building blocks. You know? And I'm motivated by it. I remember what I was taught here in this room every day. I use it every day. I apply it every day. Think about it every day. Paid attention. Focused on myself. I was selfish in my chosen for success program, but I had to be. I needed it for me, you know what I mean? And I implore you guys to give service to others. If anyone's fighting with addiction or sobriety as well, on the side note, help somebody else in any way you can. Help them get sober and you will stay sober. I keep it right here all the time, and I will for the rest of my life. Because it keeps me right on my path. You know, because I'm still one drink or one smoke away from losing it all, unless it's not going to happen again. Anybody else?
Hey, give him a hand. James out here. Wow, we're getting all kinds of stuff going on today, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, do me a favor.